Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Alex Smyth.
Have you ever felt the need to get a change of scenery? To unplug and go for a walk outside? When you do that, do you feel better than you did before? Well, there may be a good reason for that. University of Victoria Associate Professor Dr. Nevin Harper explains.
The old sayings about going out and clearing your head, going for walks, well, there's actually a fairly significant body of physiological research that shows that neural pathways do actually clear up. Your executive functioning, your ability to make decisions, your locus of control, your ability to stay calm in situations. There's even studies showing that blood sugar levels can be recalibrated with outdoor activity. Sense awareness can be heightened. Attention can be restored, so your ability to focus on things. Stress levels, cortisol levels.
Studies into the effects of nature on humans have grown over the past few decades, and it has led to new fields within biology, psychology, and therapy.
I personally, and some of my closest colleagues last year wrote a book on nature-based therapy, and what we had focused on includes understanding what the needs of the person you're working with are or have. And so that assessment would include what is their comfort level in being outside and what types of environments do they like being in outside. If they prefer to be in an open meadow, psychologically they say this feels better, then I'm going to say that that meadow is better for them than going into the deep dark woods.
Dr. Harper says that nature can serve as a partner in therapy, and that it opens the door for people to gain a new perspective when they spend time in the natural world.
I think when people have those outdoor experiences and they feel connected to something greater than themselves, I think those moments are what it actually is supposed to feel like to be human. I think that is what our full human experience is supposed to be like. And I don't have experiences like that indoors. I don't know many people that do. I think they more often happen when one feels or experiences being attuned to the scope, the full extent of the environment, and that being nature. And so that's a very difficult thing to talk about for someone that's growing up maybe on the 30th floor of a big building downtown Toronto or in a big city where it's just a concrete and there's not a lot of access to natural things.
Nature is truly special. It can alter your mood, change your perspective, but it can also serve as a place to heal. For Kawartha Conservation's Christy Virgo, it did just that.
That story goes back a couple of years. My husband was in a car accident and he suffers from chronic pain now as a result. And the chronic pain, because of the hormonal imbalance with the stress hormones versus the serotonin, he now suffers from mental illness. And like every good wife, I needed to fix him. So when I heard about forest bathing, I thought this is perfect because this is what I do. My day job is going out and protecting forests like this. And so this was a way of bringing people into the forest and experiencing the healing properties of it. And so going through that process of learning about how to guide people, because it is very different than going in and just pointing out this is a cedar tree and this is an orchid. The process of learning that has really helped our family in learning to live with mental illness and in learning to take responsibility for our own well-being and for our own mental wellness.
After seeing the impact firsthand, Christy started to guide others in forest therapy.
Yeah, so I say, at the beginning of a forest therapy session, I'm not a therapist, right? I'm a forest therapy guide. So I'm the guide. The forest is the therapist. I simply open the door. And that really is my role as a guide, is to offer suggestions as to how people might interact with the forest in a different way. And by doing so, they get to know the forest better, but they also get to know themselves better. And likewise, they get to know the people that they love better.
As Dr. Harper mentioned earlier, there is a long list of benefits that have been associated with time spent immersed in nature.
Your heart rate comes down, your blood pressure comes down. Things like your good cholesterol go up and your bad cholesterol go down. And a lot of that is because of the phytoncides and because of those essential oils that you're breathing into your body. The natural killer cells that are produced in your body when you breathe in those phytoncides are huge. I mean, they've been using certain phytoncides in chemotherapy for years to help fight cancer. And you can access those just walking in the forest, you know. One study shows that spending 20-25 minutes in the forest in a thoughtful way can actually boost your immune system functioning by 54%, and it lasts for 3 or 4 days. And I mean, that alone, I mean, that's the best 20 minutes you can spend in the morning, so.
The health benefits of the forest are still being uncovered, and we continue to learn more about the positive effects it can have on our bodies. So remember, slow down and enjoy some time in nature. It may just do you some good. And if you want to learn more about forest bathing, check out the AMI original documentary Forest Bathing, Rooted in Science online at ami.ca or through the AMI TV app for iOS.